Okay, so we are going to have a lesson today on using flashcards, alright? So, the reason that we are learning this is because sometimes taking tests can be hard, right? And it's hard to study everything. It's hard to remember all of the things that we're supposed to remember. Flashcards are a really great way to help you guys remember stuff that's going to be on tests. I use them all the time. That's, for me, is a really good way to study. And so you guys can just add another study tool to your guys' little toolbox of studying, okay? So,
Using flashcards, students.
so by the end of this little lesson, I'm going to have you guys write 3 different flashcards.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there are 3 steps. They're pretty easy, alright? So step 1. Step 1, you can write them down. Yeah,
If you want, on the flash.
yes, on the piece
Oh,
of
you
paper.
don't have to write it down?
You should. Okay, step 1 is to write the term, so that's like the vocab word, idea, or person on front of card. Okay, so our first step is to write the term, idea, or person on front of card, okay? So everybody, what is our first step?
Right, determine the output on the first card.
Okay, right. This is what we need to do first. So if you guys look, I gave you this thing. I just copied a page out of the biology book, glossary. So we're going to be using this when we write our own cards to pick a term, because this is a term. Like the word, the vocab word, that's what a term is. And so we are going to write that term, and then you would do step 2, which is step 2 is to write the definition, explanation, or short info sentence on back. Okay. So, and I'm going to have a fake, well, we're going
They can't be fake, has to be real.
these are my 2 fake flashcards, okay? So let's say I'm going to do step 1. I'm going to, this second word, phylum, do you guys see that?
Yeah, I see it. Fine.
So, phylum, which is in your biology glossary, I wrote, that's the term. So on the front of my flashcard, I wrote the term. So when I'm going through my studying, I can say, okay, phylum, what does that mean? So to help me remember, I'm going to write the definition, explanation, or short info sentence. So it changes depending on what you're studying. But if you're just studying terms, you just write the definition. So the definition, it says, in classification, a group of closely related classes. And see how it gives a page number there? It says 514.
Page 2 is, isn't it?
Should we write this down too?
This is just an example, you don't have to. So see how it says page 514? I might want to write that down, so then I can go and look at page 514 and see if there's any more examples or something that I can write down. So, because this is kind of confusing a little bit, huh? So I might want to go to my biology book and look at this page number and get an example that's maybe a little bit more clear. But so for your first little bit, you could write this down. So I wrote the term or idea on the front, then I wrote the definition or explanation on the back, okay? Now step 3 is the easy part. Study card. So once you write it, you can study it. You'll study it. And so usually you will have a whole group of them and you'll study them together. But once it's written, you're ready to study from it, okay? All right. So now I need you guys to tell me what we're going to do. So everybody, all together. Now I want to see if I can get you guys to like actually say it all together, okay?
Arbitrary.
So all together, Remember, step one is to write the term, idea, or person on the front of the card. So, everybody, what is step one?
Write the term idea or person in front of the card.
Excellent, that is exactly right. Okay, I want you guys to take one of your flashcards. So I gave you each 3 flashcards. The front is the one that doesn't have lines. So take one of your flashcards. I want you to write down the word pigment. So find pigment on your biology list. Pigment. I want you to write down the word pigment on the front of your card. So we're going to do step 1. Don't do step 2 yet. So just complete step 1. Write the term, idea, or person on the front of the card. So we're writing pigment on the front of our card. Just pigment.
Big, right?
However you want. Pigment. Okay, who's done? Raise your hand. Almost.
This is right definition.
Because we have not written the definition yet. We're just writing the word, okay? So has everybody written the word on the front of the card?
Yes, ma'am.
Why is it in Spanish?
They give it in case you need it in Spanish. Okay. So have we all completed step 1?
Yes.
Excellent. What did we write on the front of the card?
Pigmento.
Pigment. Okay. Now we're going to do step 2. Remember, step 2 is write the definition, explanation, or short info sentence on back. Okay? Are you ready to tell me that step again? So what is step 2, everybody?
Write the definition, explanation, or short info sentence on that.
Perfect. Okay. So you guys need to find the definition for pigment and write it on the back of your card.
On the other side?
On the back side. So the side with the lines is where you write your definition. And I would include the page number in there. Definition's like a sentence, so it's not that long. Alright, when you're done, put your pencil down.
What?
Alright. Who wants to read our card? Yes, Jordy.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
The word is pigment, and the definition is light, a sodium molecule used by plants to gather the sun's energy. Page 123.
Okay, perfect. So now, when Jordy is studying for his biology test, he can go through, and he has that card. It'll help him remember. Going through the information again and again helps you remember. But what's easier than just trying to read through this whole page of words, you have the words you need to know conveniently written on cards. Okay, now, I need to know step 1 from Milena.
Write the term or wait, what? Oh, write the term, idea, or person on the card.
Excellent. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I want everybody on this one of the second cards you have to pick a term and write it on the front.
Any term?
Any term from that page.
Okay.
Once you're finished, put your pencils down. So complete step 1.
Wait. What word?
Any word you want.
Oh.
Once you are done with step 1, put your pencil down. All right. What is my second step, Jacob?
What?
What's my second step?
Write the definition on the back of the card.
Excellent. So would everyone complete step 2
I did.
for the word? That's okay. All right. And I'm telling you what's going on 1 second. And Gabby, what's our third step?
Study card.
Excellent. So if you haven't finished writing, that's okay, just finish up right now. But once you've written your cards, you can study from them. So that is our third step. Now, once you guys have finished this second card, I want you on your own to take your last card, pick a word from the list, and complete all 3 steps.
Okay.
So go ahead and finish up your last card. So that's what you should be writing. Or ask someone to borrow one.
So what do you do after you're done?
Once you are done, go ahead and put your pencil down. Jose, would you like to share the card that you did?
Oh, okay. Let's see, okay, I picked it,
Okay,
and it's, I don't even know how to say the first word.
that's okay, give your best shot.
Page par parenchyma cells
Okay.
inside the ring of vascular tissue in ECOG stems.
Okay,
That's great.
very nice. Who else would like to share? Jordy.
I chose pollinated,
Okay,
the structure that contains the entire noun. Gated and sequence.
okay, very good. One more, who else would like to share what they did? Ben?
B1, in classification, a group of classing related classes.
That's okay, so we all have things to study from, right? What are you noticing about these cards?
That they're all
Biology.
Well, the guess is saying,
What about the
plants. What's that?
Maybe the bathroom was that?
Give me 1 second. Okay, so it might be hard to study from some of these because you're like, I still don't even know what this means, right? When you write the definition down. That's why I really like this book because they give you the page number where this word is listed. So a lot of times you can go look up the word and you can draw diagrams on the back. Like if there's a diagram that would help you better understand this term, draw it on the back. If you have some way of remembering like what this is, like if your teacher said something really clever or really memorable in class, you could say, oh yeah, it's the like this and this that my teacher said. So the point of flashcards is to write a term or name or something on the front of a card, and then on the back you basically put anything that will help you remember what it means or how to use that word for when you have to be tested on it. Okay? So, you guys did a really awesome job. You did really good with your responding to me, actually. I was not sure that you guys would want to do that, so thank you for that. You guys did a nice job. So we are going to, next time, maybe start learning about some note-taking techniques.
Yes, ma'am.
But now you guys can go on and start your homework, fill out your folders and stuff,
Yeah.
get that going, and peace out then.
Isn't that